YouTube was. I know on Instagram when you go live and you get a call. So we were at the 25-minute mark, so we'll probably go maybe 25, 30 more minutes. But anyway, where we at?
Because we were just talking we were talking about like the whole John Cena.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I don't like how Cena has been. How they've been getting Cena to just lose and just basically put over other talent at WrestleMania, basically. Besides the Undertaker's match, I don't like how they've been doing that, to be honest. And then it's like, for me, there's a lot of mixed reviews for WrestleMania. A lot of people are saying they didn't like this WrestleMania, and a lot of people are saying they did like this WrestleMania. But for me personally, I don't like how they put the Brock match on first and the Cena match on first. Typically, the first match is like, if it's a legend, it's always a squash to me. Like Brock beating Omos wasn't good.
That's funny. I didn't see that one.
I remember I told you, right? I said they got to be careful with Omos, because if he's gonna be the next Giant, he has to beat someone. He just lost to Braun Strowman, which is not a bigger giant than him, so that don't make any sense. And then he loses to Brock Lesnar. Yeah. Okay, so his credibility is going to start dropping. He got to stop losing. They got to put Omos in a storyline where he fucking wins a match, because he ain't won. You know? So it's like them putting Brock on first, which is basically saying like, okay, this is going to be a quick match. Fuck it. And I was like, why the fuck is Brock Lesnar going on before fucking the women's championship matches? Because I was eager to see that match, but I'm like, oh, it's on first. It's going to be like maybe 5 fucking minutes if it's on first.
Yeah.
I didn't get that one. And why the fuck was the Usos on night one? I think it would have made more for drama for put them on the same fucking night that Roman's on. That made no fucking sense.
That would have been more. Actually, that would have been more sense to do, because let's say they date on night 2, right? Like maybe, okay, the Usos match, you're maybe in the middle, and then Roman's at the end. Once if they lost their titles, you could have seen at least a cut promo scene in the locker room of Roman getting pissed.
Right, and that's true. You could have seen like a whole little segment of Roman just like being pissed and using that anger to beat Cody. But another thing that made no sense: why the fuck was the SmackDown title on night one? That was the better fight than fucking Bianca. Nobody give a shit about Bianca and Asuka. We just wanted to see Rhea and Charlotte. And I think Ric Flair was pissed off about that too. I seen him on the podcast. Ric Flair said that he don't understand why Charlotte's match was on before Bianca's match, seeing that that's a highly anticipated match. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. We wanted to see Rhea beat Charlotte. That's what everybody wanted to see. Even she's a heel and she was being cheered by the crowd. That should have been on night 2, not fucking night 1. I don't know what the fuck they did with that one, but that was bullshit to me.
Yeah, it's like they should. I agree. They should have switched it, because everybody's seen fucking Bianca Belair defend her title so many times. It's so boring.
Yeah.
Can somebody take the damn belt off of her?
And it's like, please don't be trying to build her up to be this kind of female Roman Reigns type unbeatable. Because the difference between Roman and Bianca is Roman is not boring. Bianca is actually a really boring champion that nobody really gives a shit about. I mean, besides, there's some people that like her, but to me, she's not. She just talks about being an EST, swirls her hair, and talk about how confident she is. That's her character. I'm confident. Nobody can beat me. I'm the BEST of the fucking EST shit, and then fucking saying some dumb shit. They try to weaken her character by her getting slapped, and then she'll just fucking become Superwoman in the fucking ring and then beat it. Like, fuck.
Yeah, and like, it's fucking this stupid.
And it's just like, to me, the WWE is going in they could go in a such positive direction,
And
or they could just fucking just drop the ball with this, because it's like Vince is a Cody Rhodes guy. So if they let Vince back in that motherfucker, I think
good lord.
I think the person who changed the ending of the match was Triple H, because I read somewhere that Vince wanted Roman to drop the title, but Triple H said, "Fuck that, that ain't happening," and they got into like a heated whatever shit.
Yeah. And it makes sense because you think, like, why is didn't Vince leave Triple H in charge as the creator now? Because
He
he
should
had
keep Triple H in charge,
because of all the of law and shit he has to deal with,
pretty much.
and now and then it's like he's back trying to take control again, and then do this, and we're gonna sell this.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do like Vince McMahon, but I like the old Vince McMahon, the one that fucking had good looking titles. Not everything looked the same. Bullshit, you know. But going on to the next topic, I think we should talk about NBA. So, are you shocked with how? Because I'm not shocked with. Let's talk about the Sixers and the Nets first. Are you shocked with that one? Because I'm really not, to be honest.
No,
That one to me was the most. It's the most. It's always in every playoff. There's a boring series, and I watched that series. I watched it from start to finish, and I said, "This is the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life." Like, because Brooklyn is not a playoff team. The only reason they're in the fucking playoffs is because they had two stars at the beginning of the season that got them to where they are. So they had a little chemistry and they build off that. Mark my words, next year they might not even be in the fucking playoffs. You know, Brooklyn should really been in the playoff tournament, playing tournament this season, and Toronto should have had Brooklyn's spot. But since Brooklyn started off with two stars this season, they had a boost. Basically, it's like they had those boost cards and they ran out.
yeah,
Pretty much. So that was a fucking squash. And I was like, it's no fucking way Brooklyn's going to win this one. And then the Hawks in Boston, that was a fucking slaughter. Atlanta started coming back in the fourth, but I was like, there's no way that Boston's gonna cough up this lead, and that's only because Jaylen Brown fucking cut his hand. He cut his hand open or some shit,
Ooh,
and
like I
he
didn't.
was he was hurt. So Atlanta went on a little run, but they're not gonna win that series. The Nets is not gonna win their series.
Hell
I got
no.
I got Philly winning. I got Brooklyn winning theirs. And the one that really shocked me was the Cavs losing and the Warriors losing. Because what pissed me off the most yesterday was the fact that Cleveland like just couldn't get it going. Fucking Brunson and fucking Julius Randle, they're good, but Donovan Mitchell has to prove it wrong that LeBron, because so far LeBron has been the only Cavs guy to bring the Cavs to the fucking finals. And
Yes.
Donovan Mitchell wants this new era of Cleveland basketball to work. He got to step it up. They got to get more offensive fucking rebounds than what they got the other day, because that's what killed them. They ain't getting no fucking offensive rebounds. And Donovan Mitchell went in these scoring slumps and just couldn't get it going. And Darius Garland just couldn't get shit going. It was fucked for them, to be honest. But then they got it going late, but it wasn't enough because uh, Josh Hart hit that fucking three.
Wow. But I'm trying to look at the whole team. They're in the playoffs and stuff, and how the heck is Sacramento in it? How the heck is the Knicks in it? And they were never in it before.
See, this season was just weird. Teams that were supposed to be good wasn't good. I think the Lakers got off into a 2-10 start in the beginning of the season, and that really fucked us. Because in reality, we should have been a higher. We should have really been the fourth or the third seed, to be honest. If we had this team in the beginning, we would have been the fucking high seed.
Well, it's you should have been in the high seed. You should have been in the. You should guys have to face to be in the plan just to get in.
We fucked up in our last couple of games. We fucked up in that game against. I think we lost. Fuck, we lose against. We lost to the Timberwolves or some shit, and we lost to the Clippers. Was the really one that fucked us when we lost to the fucking Clippers because we could have got 6 seed, and we. But then again, yeah, we could have got the 6 seed. We could be playing Golden State. No, we could be playing the Sacramento. That could have been us against Sacramento because we was battling the Clippers for the fucking sixth spot or some shit like that. And then the Clippers went on a winning streak and they took Golden State's spot and they become the fucking fifth seed. But it's just like that series pissed me off because last night Steph Curry missed. He was like hitting threes, getting going, but he missed the fucking buzzer beater to send it to overtime. And the fucking Kings won 126-123, and they was winning the whole game. Then the Kings kind of came alive at the end of the third. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's this bullshit because it's like I definitely don't want Sacramento to advance. Fuck, give a shit
I
about.
just like that's the only win I see Sacramento getting. If they're lucky, they may even get maybe another one, but then that's it. Like the rest of the win series, Golden State's winning.
Like
It,
without a doubt, it's just like what killed Golden State was giving Malik Monk. Malik Monk scored 32 fucking points off the bench, and then that Lyles, whatever his name is, scored 17 off the bench. That's what fucked them. The fucking bench outscored them by like 40 some fucking points. You can't allow fucking Sacramento's bench to do that shit to you. And another thing what fucked us is Clay wasn't hitting shots. Clay was playing lazy basketball. He was turning the fucking ball over. He just didn't look like Clay. Clay got to play Clay basketball. Clay got to play Clay basketball, and the Golden State Warriors need to play better defense and cannot allow Malik Monk to come off the fucking bench and drop 32 points. That shit can't happen. If Golden State want to win this series, they have to contain the fucking bench, and then they can't let uh what's the fuck his name is number 5. I forget his name.
um,
De'Aaron Fox. They can't let De'Aaron Fox get 5 threes. He cannot drop 38. They can't give a motherfucker 38 points and from 5 threes. They got to defend him better than that. Because he did go on Draymond Green's podcast and say he want to shoot more. And he's going to try to shoot more threes. It just so happened he did it against Draymond Green. So that shit can't happen for Golden State. But I do think that even though they lost, I got them winning the series. The Cavs and the Knicks, I don't know. Because for some reason, like I even looked at it, the Cavs, like the Knicks are now 4-1 against the Cavs in the last couple meetings. So they have the upper edge. And it's like, if it's a mental thing, I don't see the Cavs beating the Knicks in the series. They gotta come with something.
it's something like I, yeah, it don't make sense.
And with
And then
your team, that one I was pissed about.
oh my
I was
god,
I was
uh,
pissed about the Raptors not winning.
I looked. I'm tired checking every score because I couldn't watch it for some reason, or my phone was charging, so I couldn't go on that one website on my phone. It wasn't on Sportsnet because I think they were playing on TSN, so that fucked watching it. And then when I was able to at the end, it's like, really, they're down 3. Like last the one foul where Siakam puts in. All right, they gave him 3. He's hit these motherfucking 3 free throws and tie the damn game, play defense, and like, all right, first one, all right, it's in. All right, here, second one, miss. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, all right, you better fucking get this next one in. Miss. Oh, bullshit. And it's like, oh. And then they fucking just foul and bull and just fucked up. Yep, this idiot fucking froze. It's like the fucking Boston final set, Game 7 in the bubble, freezing. It was last year with the Sixers. Couldn't do shit. And that's like, and this is the guy that you fucking got kept and not got Paul George for, and could have Kawhi Leonard, and could have been a repeatedly back-to-back champ. Actually, if you really year, it should have been Toronto and Lakers.
Yeah,
Lakers in the final.
pretty much. If Kawhi didn't leave, Kawhi should not have left Toronto.
I shouldn't have left. Savage should have got traded. Fucking get the Paul George though, and it would have been another run. Face the Lakers, and you know that probably been really interesting. To, like see, and if Toronto ended up winning, like I don't how the outcome would how it would have been outcome would have gone that year if it did. Then we could have said we finally got the LeBron James monkey playoff off our backs. We still got that thing on our backs. LeBron's beating us every playoff.
Yeah, because my thing, I was actually watching the playing game. You guys were up. I was like, oh, yeah. So I said the Bulls not gonna win this shit.
They're done.
Yeah, fucking 20. They're done. That's it. And then it's like, I think I went to go make some tea in the microwave, and I seen 16-point lead. Then Van Fleet hit a three. Nah, they got this. Then I see DeMar. All of a sudden, oh, DeMar Rosen. Oh, he puts it in, layup. Fucking DeMar started having a flashback shit. And then after DeMar has his fucking flashback, and then you got the light skinned dude, forgot his name too.
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine. Oh, Zach LaVine, there's a three. That's a 4-point play. Down to 6-point game. I said. So then it's like fucking. Then it's 93 to 80, like 86 or some shit. 6-point game, some shit like that. I'm like, huh? The fuck went wrong? Then it's like Zach LaVine. Oh, Zach LaVine hit a three. 3-point game. Zach LaVine gives the ball to DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan falls down and one. The game, and then he hits the free throw. The game is tied. I said they let the Bulls tie this game after beating the Bulls majority of the season.
Yeah.
And they come into fucking Toronto. And then what pissed me off was funny. What was funny is basically they was cheering for DeMar. They fucking cheered for DeMar's fucking shots in Toronto. Every point when he went over, when they was like took over the score. Yeah, all you hear is DeMar DeRozan, DeMar DeRozan. They cheer for him. I said, did you forget that he's not here anymore? I get he's a great, person for the franchise, but he's not there anymore. And then they just start cheering for DeMar. I said, once the crowd start cheering for the Bulls, the fucking Toronto Raptors squad just said, fuck it. Whatever y'all do, y'all need to get DeMar back. Siakam ain't working. Or fucking trade Van Fleet for DeMar or something, but DeMar needs to come back. Because he's still more valuable in playoffs than Siakam. So every time, Siakam has a great regular season, but he doesn't do shit in the playoffs.
Unless you can, you would have to trade him to get DeMar. Unless you really when he's free to convince him to come back, because DeMar said that you rather not. He has nothing against the city or anything dumb aside through that thing. He kind of was saying that it's not his team anymore. Even if he comes back, he doesn't feel it'll be his team. He's passed that torch on to the guys like Siakam and stuff. So, and if he does, I think he'd just be a backseat. Oh, but
because he has more to contribute than Siakam does, in my opinion. And the fans know it. The fucking fans was cheering for him over Siakam.
Except,
Just for Kyle Lowry to fucking beat him, which I think is funny. He goes in Toronto, beats his old team, and then he goes in Miami and gets shitted on by his old teammate. I found that fucking hilarious. I was like, okay, the fucking Raptor reunion week, and then fucking he loses. I said, yeah, there's no fucking way the Bulls gonna beat the Heat. Oh, they lose. Okay. Jimmy Butler had a shitty game against Atlanta. Yeah, I was like, yeah, ain't no fucking way this gonna happen again. And then I was shocked with the Timberwolves OKC shit because I'm like, okay, the reason why they lost is because Shea Gilgeous Alexander had fucking got hit in the fucking eye by I think Karl Anthony Towns came down and elbowed Rudy Gobert, that fucking loser, came down and hit him in the eye and he couldn't even fucking see the whole night. He had a black eye and a swollen eye, so that was it for him. He still tried to play, but I know that was why he couldn't shoot because he couldn't fucking see the rim. So I didn't understand that one. I didn't want the Timberwolves to go into the fucking playoffs because they're not even gonna win. Probably not even a fucking game against the Nuggets, which is dumb.
and then and we also another one we were talking too. Was we were discussing like before, and like in the messages, this whole playing tournament thing.
That shit is the dumbest shit they ever created to me. It's fucking stupid. I think if you're a team, it's like a not playoff material, but then they go on a run late and become a 10th seed. I can see why you would want to play in tournament because you want to steal a spot. But if your team is a 6, 7, 8 seed and you lose one game, it's like, why the fuck do I got to go in this bullshit playing tournament? Like, if you're the 7th seed, you only got to play one game. But if you're at the fucking 8, 9, and 10 seed, you got to play 2 fucking games to get in. That makes no fucking sense because it's like I told you on Snapchat, I could see why they would have a playing tournament for the Western Conference because everybody has a similar record. The fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9 seed, it's like 2 games apart. And I think some of them even tied. Some games are like fucking 42 and 42, right? The Western Conference definitely probably does need a playing tournament. If you have a jumbled season, only if you got a jumbled season. If like the season is jumbled in the same record. But if you have a season where guys are like nowhere near each other, everybody's 5, 6, 7 games apart, you don't fucking need a playing tournament. Obviously, that guy's a 7 seed because they were a better fucking team. What the fuck? If I got 7 wins over this team, why the fuck did I gotta do a playing tournament against a fucking 10 seed? The fuck does that make any sense?
And yeah, and I just don't understand either because like over to wins like the whole if you're it was like the 7 and 8. Oh, whoever wins that gets the 7th spot or to get like a 7 seed spot in the damn playoffs, whether it's West or the East. Now you play one game, while the loser kind of has to wait for the winner of the 9th and 10th, and then they'll play again. It's like if you're gonna play a one game elimination thing, it should be whoever wins against the 7th and the 8th, 7th, 8th, or the whole thing. Whoever wins gets that 7th spot, and
Right.
then in the 10th, whoever wins against that team should get the 8th. You don't need to freaking play another thing. It's elimination round. Because if you're gonna do that, then you should make it a damn like a short series. Like maybe you got to win maybe 2 out of 3 games.
I series. The fuck one done and that's just weird. And then it tires that team out for the playoffs that start next week or the next 2 days after. Because my biggest fear was that with the Lakers, that the Grizzlies is more rested than the Lakers. Speaking of that, my prediction with that is LeBron typically never wins game one in none of his playoff series. So I got the Grizzlies winning game one and the Lakers winning the next game. I got the Suns winning game one. There's no Paul George. Who else I got?
Mm-hmm.
I forget who all play today. But I don't want to go too far over. I don't want to go too far over, so I'm gonna end it right here. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next ones.
All right. Peace.